Strange and the Multiverse of Mediocrity. So the movie wasn't my favorite thing in the world, despite... Excuse me. So the movie wasn't my favorite thing in the world, despite Sam Raimi doing his absolute best. This most likely a Marvel thing. But man, that doesn't mean Hot Toys didn't put all the effort into this figure, because this is a really nice one. So here we have the box. Very nice box art, by the way. I like that it focuses all on him. Everything on here is him. It's not like the movie posters where it's not just him and it feels like he's not taking up as much space as he could have. Him turning it more him. Nothing. Words, you know how this is. Fractures, normal words. But what I really like is if you take this off, this back art here is fantastic. It makes me more sad that we didn't get the evil guy here. They really make it look like they wanted to. I don't know why. I would have killed for that evil Strange. But anyway, now that we have the box, let's get it open and get him out of the packaging. So my initial thoughts for this figure is, oh my god, how did it get better? So if you have the Infinity War one, or the original Doctor Strange one, or even the No Way Home one, which is just the Infinity War one again, and you thought that was good, and you were going to skip this guy because you didn't think you needed him, you do. This is probably the best Strange that they've released yet. Strange, isn't it? But just the fact that it's a new outfit also is great. It's more comic, which is fantastic. But my god, the head sculpt is absolutely phenomenal. I don't know how they did it. They made him look more like Benedict Cumberbatch than Benedict Cumberbatch. And in a second, we'll get a little closer look at that one and the second one, which looks a lot better than it did in the movie. But just looking at this here, you definitely see there is a lot going on here, and it all looks really good. So, before he gets too dizzy, let's get him off the spinning doodad, and we'll get a closer look at everything that Strange has got going on. So for starters, let's get a look at that fantastic head sculpt. Let's see if I can get him any closer here. Some light, maybe. Light. So you can see here, the head is really good. And I really like the No Way Home sculpt, but after seeing that, it looks really bad compared to this one. This guy's really good. I wish that it had the other Strange hair that it has on the other head, which we will pull out just a second here. But just to go over some of the accessories, we've got, you know, your normal slew of hands, but he's also got these really cool snake-like things. Well, we'll put on him later, but you can see there, it's all rubbery, so it's really nice. He uses them for like 2 seconds in the movie, but that's perfectly fine. Because I'll take the cool accessory anyway, and then he's got his normal, you know, his hand circle things. But for some reason on mine, the pattern is kind of like wrong on one of them. That, or it's just two different patterns, but one looks a little off. And he's also got the ancient good book that I can't remember the name of, so I'm going to call it the Iliad. So that's pretty cool. Pretty sure it's already coming out of its weird fake bindings, but that's whatever. So anyway, let's get the second head sculpt on real quick. So there he is with his weird third eye. It's a strange look. It is, no pun intended, it is a very strange look. I'm not sure how many people will do it. It's cool that it's there. And again, this one has the normal Doctor Strange hair, whereas this one has this like front hair thing going on. Roots up. Which, I like this hair better. So it's a shame that they put it on this one, but I get why. But the third eye is a really, really weird look. that I don't see many people doing. At least yet. Maybe with a third movie. But let's get the other head back on and we'll look at the rest of the outfit real quick. Ready, and... So anyway, rest of the outfit. So for starters, I'm still confused as to why he has the Agamotto Eye of Agamotto, since it got shattered in the previous thing we saw it in. Actually, he had it in No Way Home too. I don't know why he still has it. Is he carrying the broken pieces of it? Did he put it back together? Did he weld it back together and there's just nothing inside? Is it just an aesthetic piece now to him? Anyway, my biggest concern so far is, other than the Eye of Agamotto being a little short, so it looks a little weird. Because on No Way Home, it goes much further down, but it's the cape, where it's kind of like sticking up a little bit too much there, and it's not going perfectly even. I've been futzing with it, but I haven't been able to get it exactly where I wanted to yet. I'll figure it out. But you can see, other than that, it looks really cool. And we finally got a Doctor Strange with that, like, oopsies, sliding camera. Let me put the accessories down. We finally got a Doctor Strange with the weird red cross thing that he has normally, and it looks really good. I'm glad that it only took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies with him in it for him to finally get a new outfit. But here he is. And moving down, you can definitely see the nice belt with his life preserver and his tassel here. The wrist, as opposed to being like more wrappings, is now just a straight gauntlet. You can see there, it looks like it's supposed to be wrappings, but they just went with like a plastic gauntlet. And then moving down, we have more of that red outline, which again looks very great. Move the tassel out of the way for a second. You can see all that beautiful detail just all the way. It looks very good. This is a fantastically tailored figure, and the body proportions are very good. He's slimmed down a little bit, and everything just kind of feels right. You'll see how drastically different he looks from the previous version of him when I bring that out in just a second here. But moving all the way down, legs and boots. The boots no longer have their blue. They're all brown with a tad bit of gold. I'm using the base from the Toys Era Wong figure, which is a very good base. It looks very good. And you can see there, the boots look very good as well. If we bring it back up and spin them around, you can see the cape, which the cape has the blue patch, which was patched in the movie, as we all saw. It looks really good. The blue stands out a lot, but I don't actually mind it. I wish that they had given two, one without the blue patch and one with the blue patch, but I'll live with it. Because how often are you looking at the back anyway? And you just bring it down, you can see all that detail in the cape. This is one of those, not like fantastic capes, but it's a lot better than something like Vision. Speaking of Vision, why don't we bring our Vision to a figure comparison right about now. So, for starters, you could see that these here are two very separate men. The one on the left is a lot different than the one on the right, you know? You versus the guy she tells you not... Oh, you versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Because this new Strange is fantastic. The head sculpt is by far miles superior than the previous one. But just in general... Here, hold on. Ready? I'm going to go to the head sculpt real quick and zoom. So here's a close-up, a quick close-up of the two head sculpts next to each other. And you see the one on the left is really good compared to the one on the right. Nothing against the one on the right, but after seeing the one on the left, I don't know how I ever thought the one on the right was better. And if you're on the fence and saying, oh, I don't need the new one because I've got the old one, you do need the new one. I mean, this right here, this just shows you exactly why. So with that out of the way, let's unzoom. So as you can see, these are two considerably different guys here. The one on the right. So as you can see, these are two considerably different guys here. And the one on the right just wishes he was as good as the one on the left, but he's never going to be. He's just not. And he has to learn to accept that. You know, he has to learn to accept that she was better than him, and that he'll never be good enough for her. And never mind. We're getting off topic here, and it's just not important right now. It's just not important right now. So anyway, the Strange on the left is very good, and you can see compared to the Strange on the right. Let's bring out Wong. So here's Wong, and before you ask, no, Wong is not just that short. He's actually, if he was compared properly, he would be about there, but the base is slightly shorter, so I'm not going to worry about that. I just wanted you to see them side by side. So this is the Toys era Wong. I don't remember what it's called. It's a pretty decent figure. The head sculpt could be a little better. I'm not a huge Toys era fan. They don't always impress me, but I decided to get Wong. I still want to get that Sorceress Supreme figure, but I hate the way the feet look. But you can see him here next to Strange. I know it'll never happen, but if a third party wants to release an America Chavez, they don't usually touch kids, which most people probably shouldn't be touching kids anyway, so don't do that. But most companies do not do kids. I mean, you probably shouldn't be doing kids anyway. You know what I mean. So most companies do not make figures of children. That's probably the best way to put that. So we'll probably never get that. And I mean, it's a shame, but it's reality. So we'll get a few more figures from this line and then call it a day. Let's get out the last figure that I feel like comparing him to, because I think it'd be fun. So there's really no reason to bring out Loki here, but since this is my significant other's two favorites from the MCU, I decided it makes sense, and they're both magic men, so I think it'd be a fun little comparison. So if you were planning on putting your Strange next to the TVA Loki, there he is, and there he is. They don't look bad next to each other. I really like this Loki. I can't wait to get my President Loki in so I can have the happy-faced Loki. But for now, he shall do. Anyway, with that out of the way, I think I do articulation now. That's what we're doing. Yeah, that sounds about right. Let's get on that way to articulation. So, normal 6-scale articulation. We've got a life-ending 360-degree turn. Oh, let's see if we can get that out of that. All right, so head goes up that far, goes down that far, and since it's one neck piece, there's no up or down look on the old head. If we get the cape out of the way, you can see he's got some decent arm up. He's got some decent arm back. He's got some pretty decent arm bend. So the leg goes about up that far, and it goes about back that far, and then he bends. Really nice. And with that, he is articulated. So how about we run off and get to the end of the video, shall we? So let me preference this by saying, if you don't have this guy, get this guy. I know the cape is slipping off of mine, but it's an aesthetic choice, you know? He gets the breeze going. But yeah, this guy is fantastic. The accessories are really good. Posability is pretty good. Everything about this guy is really good. The head sculpts are really good. And it looks really good with this Wong. So if you're on the fence, definitely stop being on the fence, because this guy is great, and you should probably pick him up if you can. He's available some places. I'm not going to tell you where. I'm not your dad. I don't need to tell you things. Go find him on your own. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video or enjoy any of my videos, please subscribe, because I love making these videos. And BB9E would very much appreciate it now that I've stopped calling him BB8. And if you subscribe, leave a like on the video as well, because that would be like super epic, because that would mean that I could make more of these videos, because that means you guys like them. And if you guys like them, then I'm happy. And if I'm happy, I want to make you guys more happy. So anyway, I absolutely recommend this figure. if you don't have him already. What do you think, BB9E? Good. With that all said and done, I'm me, that's BB9E, and Doctor Strange and a Wong. You can never go wrong. See you later. So before I move on, yes, I did miss 2 accessories. I forgot to mention. Hold on, let's see if I can get it out. It's really embarrassing. He comes with this little whip thing, which I'm not going to use ever. And he comes with these handcuffs that are like what he wore in the movies, so you can handcuff him and they come apart easily, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I do know. I forgot. He also has, you know, his normal sling ring, blah, blah, blah. Before you go, you forgot some accessories. I didn't. I just got them right there. You're welcome.